this video we're going to talk about factorizing, specifically factors by grouping. So, an expression that consists of 4 terms with no common factors can be factorized by factoring by grouping. So what we do is we're going to first group the expression into pairs with a common factor. Then we're going to take out the common factor from each pair separately, and then we're going to take out the new common factor. Now, that sounds like a lot, but let's go through this one example at a time. So if we look to our example on the left here, we have ax plus bx plus ay plus by. Now they're already grouped together with common factors where our first 2 terms have a common factor of x and our second 2 terms have a common factor of y. So if we focus on them in pairs, like this, these groups, we're going to first of all look at the first pair, and our highest common factor for ax and bx is x. So we put x outside our brackets, and then we open our bracket. And then inside the bracket, we're going to do this the same way we would when we're taking highest common factor out of a term, an expression. So we're going to divide ax by x, and we get a, and then we divide bx by x, and we get b. Now we can close our brackets off. And now we're going to do the same thing with the second pair. The highest common factor for ay and by is y. It's going to be positive y, so it's plus y. We open our brackets. And then inside of our brackets, we're going to put what we get when we divide these 2 terms by y. So ay divided by y is a, and by divided by y is b. And now when we look at our expression, we see we've got 2 terms. We've got x times this bracket and y times this bracket. But since the brackets are identical, it means that these brackets themselves are now a common factor from the expression. So what we do is we write down our whole bracket, a plus b, and then we open a new bracket right next to it, and we divide these 2 terms by the bracket. So x multiplied by a plus b divided by a plus b is just going to be x, and y times a plus b divided by a plus b is just going to be y. In other words, we write down the bracket that is common to both terms, and then in the bracket right next to it we write what's left outside the brackets from the line above. So that would be this expression fully factorized there. Let's take a look at one more example of this. So in this one we've got 3p minus 3q plus rp minus rq. So again we're going to group them into pairs with common factors. The common factor for our first pair there is going to be 3, so we're going to have 3 times, and then inside our bracket we're going to have p minus q, like that. And the common factor from our second pair is going to be or, and inside our bracket for this we're going to have p minus q as well. Now I want to take note here that in order for the complete factorizing by grouping to work, the brackets do need to match. But we don't always assume that the second bracket will match. We still have to go to the motions on it and check. In this case, our highest common factor between rp and rq was or. Or p divided by or is p, and minus rq divided by or is minus q. So it checks out. It wasn't just p minus q for our second bracket because p minus q was our first. That's not how it works. But now that we have that, we can take our common bracket of p minus q, and then in our second bracket we're going to put what is left outside from the line above, so 3 plus 4, and that would be that expression fully factorized. Well, that's that.